this field is a solid 50. Hopefully I'll get all of the maize fields up to 90. No, not quite. And the reason I say not quite is... Oh, actually, maize. Yeah, if I've been deficient in lime or nitrogen in the grass cut, I can't fix those until... Those are the things that are fixed at harvest time. And it's kind of fair enough, because why should you be penalised? Hey, you've just harvested this field. It has bad lime levels or pH and the nitrogen levels are 0. It's got to be, what was it before I ran the harvester over it? Because the state of your crop coming off is going to dictate your environmental score for the next sale of that crop, effectively. Okay, we're at 50. So I might make it to the end. Might not. And then I'm looking at possibly 3 to 4 more rows. Maybe 5. And we are about done here. 3, 2, 1, and go. Whee! And a nice look at the valley on the other side. It is a nice map. It does have a lot of trees, which is fine, although I can't add any... Oh, I haven't actually tried that. So, over winter, we did have a person who was new to Farming Simulator who wanted to know how forestry was done. So I chopped a tree down, and then I deleted the stump and the tree, because I really didn't want to mess around with doing anything with them. Well, I deleted a tree, so I wonder if that means I can grow a new tree or add a new tree. Because I wanted a tree decoration in the yard of the farmhouse, because it would look nice. Ugh. To make this trip as quick as possible, because I'm still paying the worker to sit in the forager and do nothing. Now the other thing to know, I have finished uploading I've uploaded the last 2 days of videos, and I upload approximately half hour to YouTube, and then release 2 of those half-hour chunks per day. Well, I think it was Boxing Day, February 26th. The last 2 videos from that one dropped this morning. So December 29th will commence 2 episodes of approximately half hours each. So the first hour of that will drop to YouTube tomorrow. And I don't know if I have to do that anymore. It used to be, or I've heard sort of old wives' tale YouTube videos. If you keep to about 30 minutes, you don't get penalised. And if you don't drop more than 2 videos per day, you don't get penalised. And so you may get recommended by people who are interested in that subject. And you may get recommended to people who are looking for that subject. So for the longest time now, I've just been releasing 2 half-hour videos every day until I run out of video from the stream. So if I video 3 hours, that's 6 videos, 3 days to release them all. So there is room on my YouTube schedule most of the time. Obviously not all the time, because when I'm streaming 3 days in a weekend, we're blowing past the next video window. So 29 and 30 were actually 7 half-hour-ish videos, probably about 25 minutes each. So that's 14. That's the next 7 days. Is that the next 7 days? Yes. No, that's the next 7 days. So starting tomorrow, which is Tuesday, I have enough videos to last through till January 8th, the Monday. So the stream next Saturday on the 6th will not start dropping till Tuesday, and then it'll be Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and maybe half of Friday. Maybe a single video on Friday. So YouTube will not catch up with what we're doing here until Friday the 12th. And then if you watch on YouTube, then you can catch up with the end of this episode before the beginning of the next one. Actually, the end of the next episode before the one after that starts. Yeah. Might be 5. So as soon as all this is collected, still got 90% silage additive in the tank. And that kind of makes sense. Okay, so silage additive is used up to add, I believe it's 5 or 10% to the yield of the crop. So that would be the rate at which it's being used. This crop is so poor in yield that you don't use a lot of silage additive. Grass, however, quite lucrative. We get lots from grass. But so the loading wagon, I am using that. I'm filling that 2 or 3 times when we do the grass fields. When we do all of the fields as grass. And then the maize, again, we're using the forage harvester. I'm pretty much using the entire forage tank, 20 litres. I'm probably not, I'm using more than that in order to forage all of the maize. because the maize is such a high yield that we go through the additive faster. So the formula is probably something along the lines of for each 1,000 litres of bonus yield. So if it's a 5% yield, if you harvest 20,000 litres, it'll create 21,000 litres in your trailer, and it'll use a litre of silage additive for each 1,000 litres that of bonus you get. But I have a feeling that the yield on this field as silage is higher than the yield as crop. The downside is that silage isn't as valuable as oats or barley or whatever. Whee! And back we go. Okay, this is definitely, I don't know, is this exactly the width of the top end of this field, or is there going to be a tiny sliver coming back? We are at 7,500, so if I make, what was it, I think we made about 14,000 litres over the 52 from barley. We might get a similar yield result here. So 66,000 litres total. Unfortunately, our silage bug co isn't telling us what we actually made. I wonder what the precision farming yield panel's going to tell me. Okay, so that's the main rows. Hello. It's me. I don't know if we're wasting anything as the pipe swings back. It has been suggested that with the carrot, parsnip, red beet harvesters, that if you can't pick the crop up, it's not dropping to the ground and is actually being lost. I don't know if that's true or not. But it's kind of the risk you take. With the beet and potato harvesters, they keep going until they're full and then they stop. Although there is animation of the crop still collecting being collected through the inner workings of the harvester once it's full. One of the time-saving things, we did have it available in Farm Sim 17. I can't remember whether it was available in 19.2. Although I think for 19 I was doing round wrapped bales. But in 17 there was a forage harvester with the back wheels removed and a forage cart on the back. And the forage cart was attached at an incline, so it would unload above the level of a tipper. So you can actually set a forage harvester off on a worker and it would collect its own forage, and then you could just drive up and unload it continuously. You didn't have to worry about, oh, the worker's now going to be sitting around for 10 minutes while I drive back to the farm and back. Okay. So we're up to 2,092 money. Everything else is done. The tipper is up to 70%. Now it's below 70%. I'm pretty sure I do not have money to fix it. So it is what it is. We'll get this unloaded and then just park it up quickly. Don't want to put any more hours on it right this minute. So 346. Of course, the other big question is, what state is that grass silage in? I'm not doing very well at this reversing log. There we go. Much better. Because, yeah, that's just saying fermenting whole crop silage 100%. That's not what it should be saying, because it's not covered or compacted. It should be saying whole crop silage what, 100,000 litres, 5% compacted. Okay, we'll park that there for now. So what else do I need to do? Go check the grass silage. We can do that. See, that's fermenting grass silage 95%. I'm going to go back to that guy. Yes, you. Let's see. S, auto width, A heading, set A, -0 degrees. Oh, how's about we start the engine? That would be a plan. Okay. So as before, get myself set up on whatever that is, GPS. We'll kill all the wheels, all the weeds on this side of the field. Turn that on and back to there. And it looks like we got most of it. It looks like there's a couple of bits there that didn't get got. But I probably can't see them anyway. They're probably, because of the angle of the field against the direction of travel, it's probably where the worker pulled forwards like that and then lowered it, and there's a block of weeds right there that it missed because that's where it turned round. And 2 weeds on the field, not a big concern overall. And the fact that we've weeded the field or hoed the field, we should get a 20 score on the weeding here. And again, we're going to be 10 points low because we didn't do the spraying. Still, if I complete all this today, we've still, it's 4 o'clock now, and there's no rain until the morning, so that's another good thing. That then means that we can spray tomorrow, or at least sometime. Why are you beeping? Hush. Keep going. Keep going a little bit more. Seriously. We have barely hit the warning level on my blood sugars. Like, it's plus or minus 0 when it tells me. And that is a little bit annoying because it's probably peaked and will now start going down. Okay, that's good. So it looks like there's a little bit there I'm not sure the weeder's going to hit. And I was right. Lift that up. Yeah. Try and get that a little straighter this time. Okay, a tiny little triangle in the corner, and we can call this field done. And because of the state of our money, I will be doing all of these tasks manually, so we'll come back on this field at another time to spray it. But right now, we need to get that folded and get over to the next field. Let's have a look at the score on that field now. 76. He's now up to 86, and we're missing lime, nitrogen, and what we'd expect. Nitrogen, lime, and where we'd expect the weed control to be. So we're slowly pushing up that score towards our maximum of 20. And actually the next field I want is directly across the way. So I'll continue with the course that we have set. Might need to shuffle it over a tad. Do not get stuck on that hedge, please. Thank you. Okay. We'll go round. I think we're good with one headland. Because this is a hard mounted attach and it's 12 meters thereabouts, we can get this vehicle turned around in a very tight radius. It's wide, you know, the working width's wider than what the tractor turns 180 degrees in. Probably turn around in about 11 meters. and then we don't have any trailing way behind the tractor to deal with either. Alrighty. And I didn't look at what's the score on this field. Ha! We've already got the benefit of weeding this field. Although I haven't removed all the weeds, I'm at 20 points on the field. Which is kind of funny. I need more points so that we get a better yield bonus. So that when we sell the silage, we'll get a little bit more money. Not a lot, 1%. But 1% of potentially 150,000 is still 1,500. Yeah, that's loads. I knew I was going to miss that corner if I didn't. Then we'll race across this edge. That's actually an interesting point. It looks like... Which direction am I going? That way. Yeah, no, this is the longest edge. So fewer turns if I go this way. No, this is the longest edge, so I need to rotate. Okay, I need to rotate the GPS track. So I think what I'll do is I'll run down this first edge and get lined up on the bottom. And then we can do some precision weeding as opposed to generally, I think I'm getting most of them weeding. Okay, that's hopefully good enough. Yeah. Because of the way this bottom edge sticks out, actually, straight